Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be speaking about ombre shading my eyebrows. So if that's something you're interested in, then definitely keep watching. Right guys, so recently, and when I say recently, it's probably over like a month, I've been getting a lot of questions about my eyebrows, and a lot of people have been noticing that my eyebrows look on point all the time if I don't toot my own horn myself, and that's because I actually had my eyebrows micro shaded, and that's a form of semi-permanent makeup basically, so that way I don't have to do my eyebrows ever, or at least not for the next year or so. I wouldn't have to actually do anything to my eyebrows to get them to look like if I've done something. So there are two ways that you can go about doing your eyebrows in the semi-permanent makeup. There is microblading, which involves little hair strokes to make it look as though you have like strokes of hair to fill out your eyebrows and just give your eyebrows a general shape. And then there's like micro shading, where they shade underneath your eyebrows and it gives a general shape, but there's no like physical hair strokes as there are with microblading. So initially I wanted the microblading done, but I ended up just going with the ombre micro shading, and I'm very happy with the results of my eyebrow shading. Why did I actually want to have my eyebrows done? Now, when I first got into makeup, and that was around 18 years of age, I didn't see the point in doing my eyebrows. I've always had pretty nice eyebrows in the sense that I didn't have to pluck or like overly do anything to them to make them look a particular way. And I just at that point in time never saw the point in doing my eyebrows. And then like 3 or 4 years, probably closer to 4 years after getting into makeup, I decided to like try out actually like shaping my eyebrows and like drawing them in. And I saw a complete difference in the way my makeup looked. So I was like, why wasn't I doing this before? And I got into like actually like just altering the shape of my eyebrows or like drawing in a particular shape of eyebrows, and I got into like eyebrow products. Particularly the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade was my go-to product for putting on my eyebrows when I would do my makeup, and I am very meticulous when it comes to putting on my makeup. So if I have to draw a wing liner, it has to be like perfect, or I obsess over it. And the same thing with my eyebrows, and that particular step in my makeup would take me like literally forever. I would be there like fidgeting with my eyebrows over and over again, and it just was something that I hated doing. Like I just hated that part of makeup. I hated having to put my eyebrows on. And it was just really bothering me. So it was really a fickle reason as to why I just wanted my eyebrows done. Basically, I didn't want to have to do that step anymore when it comes to my makeup, and basically I just like the way that eyebrows look on your face when you have nothing else on, and it just kind of puts your look together. It pulls your face together, it frames your eyes really nicely, and I just didn't want to have to physically do it myself because I started hating that step in my makeup. And if you know me, you know makeup is like my outlet for creativity, and if I start to resent any particular step, then I thought it would like spread to other parts of makeup, and I just didn't want to have to deal with that. So that was my decision to go ahead and get my eyebrows actually like semi-permanently done. So I came across the person that I eventually ended up going with after seeing a couple persons that she had done in person. And just in general with my research, I'd realized that persons of color, persons with darker skin tones, tended to have like a little bit more difficulty with getting someone to get their eyebrows to look really good after a particular period of time, because the color would just like bleed and like fluff out, and it wouldn't look as crisp and as clean. And when I saw these persons who were persons of darker skin tones in person, I absolutely loved the way their eyebrows looked, and that kind of convinced me to go ahead and choose her. So the person I'm speaking about is FabNav on Instagram, or Navali Labastide. She's an MUA and a semi-permanent makeup artist, and when I went onto her Instagram page and I saw all the other pictures of other clients that she'd had, I was like, yeah, okay, so I'm definitely going to go ahead with her as the person who's going to do my eyebrows, because like I said, I'm very OCD and I'm also very particular. So when I messaged her to like book an appointment, she and I had a discourse, and she kind of like suggested that I don't do the microblading just because the tail end of my eyebrows weren't as thick and as full, and she suggested that my eyebrows would look better with micro shading. So because she's the expert, I kind of just went ahead with what she did. And I was very happy with that decision. At the end of the day, my eyebrows, I love the way my eyebrows look, and I'm glad I chose her. Starting off the appointment, you book your appointment with her. She gives you a date, etc., and you go in for your appointment. Right off the bat, what I absolutely love about her setup is that she is extremely safe. I like the fact that it's you and her alone in the place, and she follows all COVID protocols. And the entire time you are there, the both of you have your mask on. There are some periods of time where I had to remove my mask for very, very short periods of time, and during those periods, I wasn't able to speak. Like, she asked me not to speak during the times when my mask was off, but for the entire time she had her mask on. And in general, the place just felt very clean. She wiped down the surfaces. There was nobody else present for the entire appointment. I just absolutely felt really safe with her, which I appreciate, because, like, for me right now, that's a big priority in my life. So at the beginning of the process, she kind of like gives you this contract with all the do's and don'ts, as well as all the things that could possibly happen. And you have to sign an agreement, because it is a tattooing, semi-permanent, can be medical process or procedure, and you should be aware of all the things that could go wrong, or all the things that may happen, and all the risks and all the do's and the don'ts, and you have to sign to it, which I think is absolutely appropriate, because she has to also cover her bases when it comes to this type of procedure. And she kind of like asks you what exactly you like about your eyebrows, what shape you're looking for, what look you're looking for at the end of the day, and you kind of have like a discourse with her, and she lets you know what she thinks is better, and you let her know, well, I really like this, or I don't really like this, etc. And then she proceeds to start off the whole process. So she starts off with taking before pictures, because of course with anything you have to see how you look before to see if it is you like, in general, the after product. And then she gets to work on drawing on the eyebrows. So she uses like a marker, skin marker or skin pencil, to draw on one eyebrow at a time. So she starts off and she draws a general shape. She asks you if you're satisfied with it. You tell her, well, maybe I want to tweak this, maybe I want to leave this here, or yeah, I absolutely like what you've done. And then she gets to her OCD part, and this is why I absolutely would 100% recommend her, and why I was really, really satisfied at the end of the day with the product that I got, because she is literally the most obsessive compulsive person I have ever come across when it comes to eyebrows. So she literally spends the majority of your session obsessing over your eyebrows and making sure they are 99% identical. Like, she is going to sit there and fidget and tweak and twiddle with your eyebrows and the shape that she's coming up with to ensure 100% that your eyebrows match. She has like little ruler sticker that's put on your forehead, and she goes meticulously, like a little thing off, she's going to change it. Things I wasn't even noticing, she was like, no, this one a little, like a millimeter off from the other one, and she would like obsess over it. So that part of the appointment actually took about an hour and a half to probably 2 hours, and I didn't mind, because again, I would be so upset if I put a semi-permanent makeup something on my face and I noticed afterwards that one of the sides was a little bit off. That would drive me crazy, and there's no way for me to like actually remove it. So I was kind of glad that she was so obsessive. And what I like about her as well is the fact that she's obsessive, but she's also such a nice person. Like, she's very, very bubbly, and she just kind of like makes you feel very comfortable with her, so that the entire time she's like fidgeting with your eyebrows for the 2 hours that you just have to lie there and kind of keep still, she entertains you. Like, she makes you feel very comfortable and just easy soul to speak to. So that part of the appointment didn't feel like a drag and like, oh my god, when is this going to end? I actually didn't even feel it fly by. And then she goes on and asks you about the color that you would prefer. So for me personally, I like when my eyebrows are a little bit more ashy, as opposed to like warm brown. I prefer like that ashy dark brown. And she kind of gives you like her direction, and then you tell her, well, I prefer this, or I agree with you, etc. And she comes up with the color that she's going to put on your eyebrows. And then it's time for your actual like shading in process. Now, this was the part that I was actually most scared about, just because you're thinking, oh my god, it's kind of like a tattoo. Not as bad as a tattoo, but it's kind of like a tattoo, and it's on your face. So I was a little bit skeptical and a little bit afraid of the entire process. What she does is her initial like pass over of your eyebrow area. She uses an anesthetic, like cream gel something that she puts over the entire area. And let me tell you guys, I literally felt zero after that, like literally nothing after. I was able to like laugh and talk and joke with her during the whole process, and I didn't even like feel anything. And this is not me exaggerating. I have the smallest pain tolerance. I cannot stand pain, and I was completely comfortable through the entire process. It did not feel painful, not even a little twinge. I literally felt nothing. And I'll kind of like insert little videos and stuff showing you guys through the process. But basically, she goes over your eyebrows a couple times. So at the end of it, after she's shaded your eyebrows, she puts on like a mixture of the color as well as like this little gel over your eyebrows. And that stays on for about 30 minutes after she's micro shaded it in with the pen. And then she goes ahead and she wipes it off, etc. And you look at your eyebrows and they are pristine. Like, I remember the first time she wiped the gel off and I saw my eyebrows, I was like, oh my God, thank God I did this. Like, I should have done this way, way earlier. And let me tell you something, this is something I'm going to do for forever because I don't feel like I could go back. Like, it looks amazing. And I get so many compliments from you guys about my eyebrows, and it's literally not even me, it's Natalie. Like, she is an artist. She is like Picasso with some eyebrows. I would never recommend anybody else. She is amazing, and I was 100% satisfied with my eyebrows, like completely satisfied with my eyebrows. At the end of the procedure, she goes over the do's and the don'ts with you, and reminds you of the things that you can't do. So the top thing that you can't do when it is you have done your eyebrows is you are not supposed to wet your eyebrows for 10 days after having the procedure done. That is probably the top thing and also the hardest thing in the world to do. And then the second thing would be to not pick at your eyebrows, because over the next 10 days to 2 weeks, your eyebrows actually like flake and itch and like they just kind of like peel and stuff, because you did have like almost like a tattooing done. And you're not supposed to pick at that because that has all the pigment, and if you pick, you can end up with scarring, you can end up with hair loss, you can end up with loss of pigment, and the area is going to be very patchy, etc. So you're not supposed to do that. And then she advises against various like skincare products, so like retinols, you should avoid those because those tend to like aggravate areas, as well as anything that exfoliates the skin, chemical or otherwise, you should avoid for the next 2 weeks, just because you've put in this semi-permanent makeup, and anything that would remove it or cause excessive shedding of the skin or exfoliation of the skin could cause the makeup to not like set into the skin right. And then she gives you a little card with all the little information. She gives you a little packet of wipes that you're supposed to wipe your eyebrows with, I think every 4 hours afterwards, and then you just leave your eyebrows without wetting or cleaning for the next 10 days. And then that's basically it. My eyebrows didn't really flake, or like it didn't really flake. I had very, very few flakes of skin or peeling of the skin over the eyebrows. Very, very few. I didn't even have that like happened to me, which I was very thankful for, because I felt as though my picking would like I would need to pick it off, but I didn't really have that issue after the 10 days. She also offers this thing where if the color didn't set in properly in particular areas, because sometimes that can happen because your skin may not take the color in certain areas, she can offer a follow-up free of charge visit 1 month after your eyebrows were done. That's obviously on a client by client basis, because maybe your eyebrows have been fine and you didn't need that follow-up visit. In my case, I didn't. I was satisfied with the way my eyebrows looked, but she does offer that as a service as well. And since then, my eyebrows have been perfect. You guys have given a lot of compliments. I have been very, very happy with the results of my eyebrows. And there is nothing bad to say. The only thing is, I wish I had done this sooner. I wish like I wasn't afraid to get it done. I should have just done it sooner. Right, so the only thing to know about having your eyebrows done, it is quite an expensive procedure. The prices range from $3,000 to $3,500. Now that is quite a lot of money to spend on a cosmetic procedure. Basically, this is a superficial cosmetic procedure. But for me, I think it was 100% worth it. I would never have to get my eyebrows done for a year to a year and a half. I don't have to purchase brow products. I don't have to do anything with my eyebrows for a year to a year and a half. And $3,500, if you split it up over the year to a year and a half, is not that expensive. But of course, it is quite a lot of money to come out with on one time, right? But I think it's worth it. So would I recommend? 100%. If it is you can afford to get it done, I would 100% recommend it. And I would 100% recommend it with Navali. She is amazing. The results are amazing, and I am 100% satisfied. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my little chit chat video showing you guys the process of getting my eyebrows done. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If it is you've done your eyebrows, let me know your experience and what your thoughts are on the process. If it is you are thinking about it and you're not sure, let me know down below what your fears are, etc. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, bye!